Hello truckers and adventurers, welcome back to RoadCraft. Just trying to find a sandy spot so we can get a quarry up and running so we can lay down some sand today. We got a few roads to make, a few power lines to run, and some packages to deliver. And we might even get to a new map today as well. Well, I shouldn't say maybe. I think we will get to a new map today. Got the scraper out, trying to find a sandy spot along this whole road. At the end of yesterday's stream, we tried making a road coming down through here, or actually an infrastructure. And yeah, the 18-wheelers could not get alongside this, well, go along this road. The sand is just too soft. So we gotta lay some sand down. And with all this sand on the map, I went to a lot of spots, and yeah, the only spot I could find where the scraper would accept digging up sand is right where the quarry actually is. I may actually just activate the quarry for 6 fuel. And we will do that because it's much larger. And plus, this is going to be in the way. So we're going to fill up the scrapper, get this out of the way. And yeah, we'll probably start laying down some sand here for the infrastructure road and also get a road built as well. Hello, West Virginia and Bob. Welcome. Hope you guys are having a good Wednesday so far. Now let's get this scraper out of the way. Hopefully it doesn't get stuck on the railroad tracks. It kind of does. Alright then. Probably not going to be able to back up either. No, I can back up. Alright, so got to get some sand down for that so I can get over the hump. Alright, we'll just leave that there for now, I guess. Let's grab the dump truck, which is over here somewhere. There it is. And wherever I start being able to load up sand, we'll start laying down some sand here. And of course, we'll smooth it out with the dozer later on. Hello, Skender. Hope you had a good Wednesday. Just waiting for the bottom left-hand corner to say refill sand. Yeah, all this sand here, you can kind of see with the scraper. I went up there. That wasn't considered a sandy area for some reason. This felt kind of weird getting a lot of things saying, oh, there's no sand here. And I'm like, there's sand everywhere. So who knows, I probably might even have to lay down some asphalt here for the 18-wheelers. 18-wheelers are like the worst in this game for getting any traction. Hello, John. Welcome. That was a little bit too much sand there. If only I could find a way to make it an even pour when the sand comes out. That would be just great. A few times it has come out as an even pour, then other times it starts to pour, you move forward, and then that's it. That's all she wrote. Hello, little boss. Welcome. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. And tractorized vehicles, I have issues with them here in RoadCraft, especially with the steering wheel, because any slight adjustment when you're sitting still, they just kind of rotate in circles. stuck on that one tiny little rock in front of us. There we go. That's better. Can't you scrape off the rocks before you lay sand? If they are loose rocks, rocks that are movable, they'll just keep floating to the top of the surface. If they are rocks that are not movable, they pretty much stay right where they are. So when I come through with the dozer, if they are movable rocks, we move them then. I was going to get some time last night to come on here and take care of a few things, but it was just so hot yesterday. I pretty much, after the stream yesterday, did absolutely nothing. But today is a little bit better. That sand should be just pouring out the back right at that angle. First time seeing live, watched almost all of the ATS videos. That reminds me, I think my my next ATS video for the Realistic Economy series, I think that's going to be episode 300. I may actually live stream ATS this week. Haven't really put much thought into it as of yet. Alright, let's get some sand down over these railroad tracks so I can get this scraper over it. And we're almost out to the road, too. Nope, need a little bit more sand than that. Yeah, still got a little bit of the heat wave going on here, but not as bad as it was the last 2 days. And by tomorrow, things will be perfect, temperature-wise, back to where it belongs, at least for our region. Yesterday it got up to 105 degrees in my room at the end of the stream. Today, right now, it's only 90 degrees in my room, so it feels like I got an air conditioner running, but I don't. Alright, you, because we got to make a road here. And let's see, got to hit that button there. And then you go ahead and go on that route there. Alright, now I gotta find... Oh, one too many times hitting the wrong button. My dozer, which should be... Where did I park that? Right here. There it is.
Gosh, doesn't this place look menacingly beautiful? Of course it's dangerous and bad for the environment, but still, it has this certain magnetic quality, like a slow-motion train crash.
Whatever you say, Kelly. So the river base, which is our new base on this map that we found at the end of last stream. Sounds like I need central air in my house. What, for like 2 days out of the year I would use it? Nah. This dozer is not like going in this sand at all. How am I going to bring the paver over? The paver and the roller. Might have to get our low loader in town and load up. Alright, well, that's sand. Come on. I'm hitting the buttons. Sand flattening. There we go. I'm laying sand over sand. This must just be better sand than what's on the ground. 18-wheelers are going to be coming through here, so may have to pave it. Which is not a bad thing, because all the paving equipment will be right over here anyways, for the road that we're currently making as well. And yeah, we're about 75% done with this map. It's been kind of relatively smooth working, as far as I'm concerned, compared to other maps that we've been on. Smooth this area out just a little bit more. I will eventually run this back the other direction just to get it even more smoother, but for now, it's a good start. Don't tell me the dump truck cannot lay sand through there. Are you going to tell me that truck is too fat to fit through there? Okay, I don't know how to stop a worker. I wonder if I were to give it a push with the dozer. We'll see here. See if I can give him a push with the dozer and push him forward. Well, I think he's trying to... Now he can back up at least. Oh, now he's going forward. Slim Jim with a $10 donation. That's not how you plant corn. Oh, sorry, wrong game. Keep up the great content. Appreciate it. Thanks for the donation. Very generous of you. Hope you're having a good Wednesday so far. Ooh, I barely just sneaked through here with this thing. Oh no, am I going to be able to see where I'm going because of the roof? Kind of. I think I'm hitting something. Luckily, they kind of make objects see-through when you're driving through them. Alright, so there's that taken care of. Well, I mean, taken care of. I still got to lay asphalt and roll it. So, let's go to this base here. Where is that going to be under? Alright, we'll deploy this. Not a lot of parking space here at this garage, so... Who designed this garage? Okay, let's put that there. Toggle the ramps. Okay, we want our new paver, which is going to be up here somewhere. There's our new paver. River base. Let's hope I can drive this up on the low loader. The other one I was not able to. It kept sliding off to the side. Alright, this one here, no problem whatsoever getting up here. Alright, so park and brake. And now I need my roller, which should be in the same spot, give or take. No, wait, the roller is actually going to be down here, because I had to go up and then back down. The original rusty roller. I haven't bought a new one or anything. This I get up on the low loader no problem before, so should have no problem again, right? Oh, does want to slide off to the side a bit. Is that considered on? Are those going to go up? Kind of. I think the low loader trailer is not quite long enough for those two. Hopefully this doesn't get stuck on this sandy road until I get to where I've laid down sand, which is a little bit further. Some have mentioned about building the bridge across that little bit of a canyon we got there. But I had to build multiple bridges, which means building a lot of material, depending on what I make the bridge out of. Definitely not steel. Alright, at least now we're on the part that we laid some sand down, so it should be a little bit smoother. And also should be a little bit easier to get some grip as well. Yeah, gotta go ahead and move that scraper as well. Let's get that moved. Hopefully I can move it. There we go. Now we can get over the railroad tracks. Just need to park it out of the way, really. Here's as good a spot as any. I was on looking at the wrong road. Then after we get this road up and going, we got a couple of packages that we got to get delivered. Uh-oh, there goes my asphalt paver kind of falling off. Why won't it let me lower the ramps? There it goes. Only had to hit it 3 or 4 times. Well, the paver, not sure what I want to do to get that off, but let's see what we can do here. Okay, I didn't do anything. All I did was release the parking brake, and now it got me in this situation. Well, this is not ideal. I have had no luck with this low loader and putting vehicles on it. Let's see if I just move this forward off at an angle, if I can get that asphalt paver off the trailer. It should just hopefully slide right off without tipping over. That's all we wanted to do. Alright, open up the road request and start paving. And I'll follow up right behind you with the roller. Whoa, 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 whoa. What's... What the heck is my... What is that worker doing? Other than doing donuts. I think this is a road, if you get to it, you might want to do it all manually yourself. The dump truck got stuck around the corner. I did the flattening of the sand, and now the asphalt paver is basically not doing nothing. I think it's on track now, but the problem is it missed the first section. And now it's not going to make the corner either. Is there a way to cancel the driver? I know I've asked that a couple times, but I don't think there is. How about if I exit the map? Let me return the hub. I don't know if leaving the map and coming back in, if that worker's going to continue. Or do I have to restart it? I don't want to restart it. I want to do it myself.
It's a nice change of pace to see a place that's not falling apart here. I guess even sinkholes know better than to open under supply depots. Or they like taller structures. Like that newly built radio tower that got swallowed by one. That's why they had to reactivate the old one, which we need to fix. But sometimes there's no fixing the old things. And it's better just to let it go. Let's hope that's not the case this time.
Thanks, Kelly. At least she keeps us up to date what's going on the map. Is this paver too fat for going through here? Oh, wait, it's gonna... Oh, I'm gonna clip through. Okay, so that is interesting. All right, well, we got the asphalt laid down, no problem. Yep, and the transformer we got to bring there. All right, now the roller. As for that package I was trying to get out of the crater yesterday, I'm not sure if my crane or the mule is going to be able to get that out. Might be too far down. We'll have to see. And road complete. Alright, my mules. I gotta find out where my mules are on this map. I got one. Okay, it's at this base. Okay. Let's jump into it, and we'll just recall it to the harbor base. Let's go get that transformer. Get that delivered, and then we'll probably start working on that first road I was on, dumping sand in. I will say it's rather nice when you get on a paved road. Don't have to worry about too much. I'm hoping I can get this out of here with the mule. I think the cables will reach. Well, the anchor is down. I'm not sure how sturdy the truck is with it being down like that, but we'll see. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. No, never mind. Oh, keep rolling over. Keep rolling. Okay, but don't fall down the cliff. Or just... Okay, so that didn't go as planned. But maybe as expected. Alright. Well, luckily it wasn't that long of a drive up. Alright, going to need to find a different way to get this secure. Maybe if the anchors were all on the same level, it wouldn't have been too bad. Take two. Well, at least I tried something, and lesson learned. Make sure the anchors are on the same level ground. I mean, in real life that would make sense, but being a game, I was like, eh, maybe it doesn't matter. I'm going to try this up here. I thought about going down, but I'm not sure if one concrete block is secure enough. Alright, we should be a little bit more sturdier than last time. Now, that transformer is just pulling me in. Am I stuck? I might be actually stuck on that grate. Oh, great. Now ooh. Now I'm kind of stuck behind this mobile home, if you will. Nope, I'm going in. Oh, no, I didn't want to go to the river base. Wrong base. Harbor base. I've lifted up those transformers before, but I'm thinking the transformer's getting stuck on another object down there, and that's why basically I'm trying to lift up both objects at once. So I'm going to go down to the lower level and pull it off at an angle. Third time's a charm. Again, luckily it just takes me a minute just to get back up here. Been down here before with this mule, so... Okay, now I can't back up at a straight angle that I want. See if I can park it here. Starting to think I'm going to need the bigger crane for this. Alright, bigger crane. Which kind of sucks. Nope, 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 don't. Alright, the heck with you. Just roll on in, see if I care at this point. Just see if I care. I think I'll go up to the river base this time, though. Because, whoop, wrong button. While we're up here now, let's get the, I think it's a side mission? Alright, let's go see if I can get this out of the hole. If I can remember which way I went down, that'd be great. All right. Whoop. Someone put a pole there. More uneven ground. Can we lift this one up? Not really either. But we're getting there. Yeah, get it more towards the back. Be nice. Which way? Which way are you going to swing around there? Come on, swing it all the way around. Be good. Doesn't help I'm parked at a steep angle. May not get this in the back of the truck the way I want it to. If at all. Come on, that corner's almost ready to go underneath the crane. Now she's going to spin the other way. Well, how about if I just... We'll put it in that way for now. Until I can get on some more flat ground. Any chance I can... I think what I'm going to do is, let's get the scout and we'll try to help this out. And turn that on. If I'm moving forward, then that means that's coming up as well. But it's going to go up and hit that rock. Okay, let's go this way. Well, that worked out as well as it's been working out today. The mule. See if I can flip this back upright. Well, we'll try the telephone pole trick, but the problem with the telephone pole trick is it gets in your way of hitching up to what you want to hitch up to. That just slid all the way back down because it wanted to. Alright, if I release it, what's going to happen is the question. Alright, surprise, surprise. Alright, where's my big crane at this point? It's over here at the concrete slab facility. Harbor base. Alright, up. We'll get the transformer and we'll bring that over to where it needs to go. we'll accomplish something with the big crane. If we don't, then I'm done. Forever. Brace the scout against the pole and winch the mule out. We just did that. So either either you're behind in the stream or you missed it. Big crane will do it all. If I could have gotten the cargo in the back of the bed of the truck better, and the center of gravity would have been so much better, it would have been easier. But the mule was at such an angle, it was kind of difficult to do so. Yeah, see, it was getting stuck on the other stuff. It almost pulled the big crane down as well. All right, let me get this quest back up so I can see where I got to go with it, because I'm not quite sure I know the way. Wait, I can't back up this? What's going on here? Oh, game, you're just gonna do this to me today, are you? There we go. I do remember yesterday looking at it, and there should be a road that goes out to where we need to go. Just let me get up to the top here. Alright, so this road here, if we want to call it that, I think it's this one. Or wait, was it? Ooh, might have been this one right here, actually, I wanted to go on. Yes, it was that one. Then that comes out to there. Alright, so back down. Take that road. Then hang to the right. Go over the railroad tracks, yada yada. Oh, there's that road right there. Almost went right by it again. Or no. Where is this road? Oh, it's even further down. Boy, today's not doing well. My brain is not active at all. Less than usual. There we go. At least I think there we go. We also need to run some power once we get this up and going, I assume. I mean, I know we need to run power, but I'm hoping I can just run it from this transformer to wherever it needs to go. Just try and take it a little easy. I don't want to be tipping over with this. And luckily the power lines, you don't collide with them. Oh, the mission's getting a bit overwhelming. Not really. I mean, they're not meant to be easy. If they were easy, where would be the fun? I mean, don't get me wrong. It's nice to have easy missions once in a while. It can make you feel like you're accomplishing something at a fast rate. But if they're easy, then what's the point? Plus, my approach isn't always as it should be intended to do the jobs. I'm doing a lot of jobs weirdly, as I tend to do. And no, I'm not taking the road through here. I'm just trying to find a better place to turn around. Ooh, I think I can make it between these rocks and all this material. You know me, I always tend to park my equipment in the way as well. I mean, they probably wanted us to load up a transformer on the low loader and bring it over. $2,100 experience, $4,900 cash.
Great! The Steel Beams facility is back in action, and everyone should rightfully rejoice. Our river base can't join the party, though, since there's no convenient route to get any of those beams in. Can you guess who has the honor of planning the route? Ding, ding, ding! It's you. And while you're at it, you can produce some more steel beams. Now you have a few ways of getting steel beams, which is a good thing in my books.
All right, Kelly, you say so. We'll have a look at what route she's talking about. Hello, Farmer G. Welcome. And yes, sometimes I wing it and just give it a try and see if it works. And if it doesn't, then whatever. Let's get this side mission back up, because that's only right here. Wait, nice if I do that all the time. Nice if I actually hit F to track it. So F it. And there we go. Hello, Ronnie. Fake name. I like that. You got this and SnowRunner on wish list. First one on sale wins. I would assume SnowRunner would be like the first one on sale. Since that game is 4 or 5 years older. Yeah, someone mentioned yesterday that they built a bridge over this area. I think they meant around the edges, because you can't just build one straight over it. Oh no. Yeah, so that just happened. I mean, we're right next to the river base anyways. So I just teleported about 100 yards. So my plan is just to go over and grab the mule with this, get the mule back up on level ground, up where the scout is, and then reposition the cargo and just go deliver it. Actually, let me back up, like right about there. And the good thing is the cargo still is back there. Bring a little bit closer in for center of gravity purposes, and then Is it going to stay somewhere? Think so. Okay, let me just move this forward a bit. All right, let's reposition this thing, shall we? I mean, I don't have to go far with it, but still. That's a whole lot better. Now, right back to the garage where I just came from. Strong straps. Yeah, not the way it works in SnowRunner. In SnowRunner, you tip to the side, the straps come undone, and your cargo falls out. Don't know what this valuable cargo is, but we brought it here. $4,300 experience, 13 fuel.
Well, this task was a bit strange, don't you think? First, the order just landed in my inbox like nobody's business. Had all the proper authorizations, but no return address. At least the payment cleared. And fast, too. And more than the usual rate. So, if that's the extent of it, then I guess I'm happy.
So, no side objectives. Plan a route from the northern tunnel, which we are kind of working on. Collect steel beams. Store resources. So I got to store 8 steel beams into our warehouse. All right. Haven't really looked at the steel beam facility to see how much steel is over there. And establish a route from the steel beams facility to the river base. Is that possible? It will be once I get this road done. So, working on this road is the next priority, I think, other than maybe making some steel beams. Because not only can I complete this infrastructure road that's going around to here, I'll be able to do the one from the steel beams to the river base as well. Oh yeah, I also got to run power from here to here. And what else needs power? This needs power also. Yeah, how am I going to run power to there? Good question. Steel beams. Let's go see what we have for metal lying around. We do have metal here. I'm looking for big objects. Not a whole lot. I mean, whatever is here. any of the metal is going to be a haul to get it there. I mean, there's some metal down in here, but that's going to be hard to get. All right, so I think since there's not a whole lot of huge metal there that can make 9 steel beams in a hurry, let's grab the dump truck and we'll go lay some more sand on this road. Just remembered about the apple trees around your property. You did nothing to them, but I was curious how they're looking so far. Probably won't know for a couple more weeks if we're going to be getting apples or not. It wasn't a good spring. A lot of the apple trees didn't really bloom, so I don't know how it's going to be, but I've seen that before where they didn't bloom and we had a lot of apples. So time will tell. It was a really, really wet spring. So I don't know, just only time will tell. Probably got to wait another week or so. They might be on there now, but they're just so small, it's kind of hard to see with the naked eye. Alright, so just gotta lay some sand down. Not a whole lot, just enough to cover up the ground, really. Now we'll get the bulldozer, which I needed to go back the other way with anyways to level this out a little bit more. Put some water in the roots. Nah, the trees are fine. Sand flattening again, thank you. So we'll have a couple of infrastructures going on this road through here. And I think I'll even pave it because 18-wheelers, yeah, we know how there are. And the paver and the roller are not far behind us. Again, I did try the scrapper for grabbing some sand around here. but this is not classified as sand in this area for some reason. Oop. Can fill up from here. Welcome, Boom. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. I wonder if I can get by with one more load of sand. So I think we'll work on this road as we're currently doing, pave it. Get the infrastructures up and going. Am I not back far enough? And then we might go to the next map with the scout vehicle and have a look around. Hello, Arctic. Welcome. How's your Wednesday been? Like how all of a sudden the dump truck just pivots so quick. Just need enough sand just to lay a little bit of asphalt anyways. And yeah, we're gonna need at least one more load. I would have thought, because most of this area looks like sand, but at the beginning of the stream, or just before the stream, I tried to get it to pick up sand anywhere in here, and it wouldn't do so. So we activated the quarry. Alright, hope that's enough. Just whip this in here. Or this may be where the infrastructure has to go. I do see a yellow door there, so there's a good chance that might be happening. Well, if it is, I'll just move it. Oh, you can put a scrapper on the quarry that isn't activated. You don't need to use your fuel. Yeah, I did did see that at the beginning of this stream as well. The reason why I activated the quarry was the quarry's radius was still bigger than what the scrapper was, and well, I got fuel, so I decided to use it. And the thing is, even here, the only place I could get the scrapper to actually grab the sand was actually right in the middle of the road. So that would have been in the way, but yeah, so the quarry is right here. Right here, and the only place I get this scrapper to pick up sand was right in the middle of the road. But this quarry, if I do this, the radius of the quarry was still bigger than that. So I was like, yeah, what the heck with it. But yeah, as John just said, in case you guys didn't know, you can use the quarry itself if it needs fuel, just to use your scrapper. And you can pick up sand that way if you want to save on your fuel. Oh, I'm stuck on a rock. Can I push you? Can I push you over with the roller? Get you off that rock? On the last map, and so far we've gotten 0 fuel. Yeah, it is kind of a shame we can't take the fuel with us from map to map. Like, it's an overall, kind of like the money you can bring from map to map. So it's kind of odd or bad that we can't bring the fuel with us. Well, I mean, really? Alright. Scout. River base. Gotta yank that paver off that one stone. And just with my history of 18-wheelers, even though I got some sand down, 18-wheelers tend to want pavement. Wait, are we kidding here? With a scout, I can't get the paver off a rock? What kind of a rock is this? Alright, you know what, the heck with it. Because I just realized... We'll just recover it. Because the start of the road is not far from the base anyways, so the heck with it. If I get stuck on one of these pebbles, I'll rage quit. I do got some soft sand here, but hopefully that's not going to be an issue. When I hit level 19, that won't be today, but at some point we will, I'll be able to get the upgraded steamroller, and that's when I'll finally purchase one. I keep saying steamroller, can't help it. The roller, the asphalt roller. The one we got is the original rusty one that got given to us. So, making the 9 steel beams to put in storage, I'll probably get the steel beams made off camera at some point. And then I'll put them in storage with you guys. But going around trying to collect enough steel to make 9 steel beams, I think I said 9. Yeah, getting enough steel around there is going to take a moment. Probably the best vehicle to use might be the mule. Just, you know, get 3 or 4 things in the back of the mule, transport it the 50 meters I need to, and then yeah, we'll get ourselves some steel beams. So once I get this roll, we'll try the 18-wheelers first. They should be spawning in somewhere between these railroad tracks and the road that we're going out to. Alright, and then we gotta do it from the steel beam side as well, so... Okay, let's park this somewhere where there's no stones. Alright, the roller, as we know, is this right here. Nope, that's a scout. probably have to make 2 passes. Just rolling, rolling, rolling. Keep them doggies rolling. I'm not going to finish the rest of that because try to keep it PG-13 here. So yeah, we got a wider paver than the roller is. I think the creator, Saber Interactive, kind of teased us a little bit by giving us a wider paver, but then having to wait another 4 or 5 levels before you can get the wider roller. And while the 18-wheelers are doing their initial run, we'll start looking at the one from the steel beams facility over to here. I'll probably just plan the route, but I'm not going to have both routes. Who am I kidding? I'm probably going to both going. Having 2 routes on the same road at the same time could be problematic. It's going to be kind of tricky, I think, for the 18-wheelers to get through a couple of these corners, depending on where I put the points of interest for them to go through. May have to adjust that a little bit. Hopefully they don't get stuck in that little part right there, but I think the forward momentum they'll get through it okay. Same thing for the end here. Probably could have used just a little bit more sand. Too bad that you can't plan a road construction then have workers do it like they do for us when it's part of a mission or something. But if you could maybe lay out a road like a ghost image like you would for a bridge, and then you could hire workers to do the paving and all that. I mean, I don't mind doing this, but at the same time, I think it's something they could integrate into the game. Maybe they will at some point. Again, I was talking about a handful of streams ago where I saw a quick video where a group of players, they paved every road on a map. So they just got the map and they just laid sand down everywhere, laid asphalt. And I mean, they just didn't make a single lane road like I kind of do. They almost made like a 4-lane highway. I kind of take the approach like Farmer G said earlier, where I just wing it, see if it works, and then just try to do enough to make it work, and that's good enough. Well, there's the sand quarry, the railroad tracks, and that means we're almost out back to the other end. Road looks pretty good to me. Let's see how my workers enjoy it, though. All right, moment of truth. All right, infrastructure. That's where they got stuck. So, yeah, we're not worried about that dude too much. More concerned about what's going to spawn next. Any moment now. Oh yeah, which one are you going to? You're not going to where I parked the dump truck, are you? Oh, yeah, you're going actually around in here. Though they may get stuck in here. Well, we'll see if they get that far. Alright, so the trailer's going off the road a little bit there. At least he did. Yeah, I may need to do just a little bit of adjusting on the pathing. But even with the asphalt, the tires are slipping here and there. Seems like the second 18-wheeler is taking a better route than the first one. Yeah, I think they're going to get stuck once they turn off the road they're getting ready to get on. Getting back onto some sand, I'm going to have to do some work there, I think. But they made it out this far. And right here is where they're going to turn left, and they're probably going to run into some issues. And now that they kind of intertwined with one another, don't think they're going to make it. I mean, they are moving forward. The problem is they're caught on each other right now. Well, instead of watching them struggle, we're going to go ahead and... Where's the steel beams one? Steel beams to river base. So not sure exactly what's going to be coming out of here. Instead of trying to go through here, which is paved, which would be nice, we're just going to shoot straight across. Now there is a... Oh, there's a rock. It's like there's a rock there somewhere. So we'll go around that. At least with the road now paved, it's kind of, I don't want to say easier to say, yeah, just go right down the center. I know where the road is. And finally, the other one failed. Where am I? Oh, I'm actually going where the dump truck is. Of course we are. I will dispatch the vehicle. But before we follow along here, okay, now we'll hop back over and we'll see what's taking this route for us. Two vehicles, and yeah, these trucks should have no problem whatsoever. These have all-wheel drive and diff lock, so they're going to cruise through here. You always forget to adjust the tracking after paving. Well, I mean, if the route works, the route works. Alright, Skender, enjoy your salad and whatever else the big guy has fried up for you this evening. May have made the corner a little bit too sharp here, but we'll see what happens. Well, first one's in the books. 3,400 experience and 4,560 in cash. Oh, they're going to give me... Oh, this works out. They're going to give me the 9 steel beams. I get 1 per truck. Or sorry, they're going to give me 8. So they're going to give me a total of 8 steel beams. And I think I needed 9. No, I only needed 8. So that infrastructure is going to give me the 8 steel beams and storage that we need to complete that. So that's going to handle itself. So I just got to get this truck route done. And we have no side missions currently on that. I mean, that works out well for me as well. Are they just coming with regular trucks? Yeah, regular trucks. Well, they should be good. I mean, they're squeezing through everything as they are, so that's going to be doing well. Yeah, so the only thing I need to do... I wonder if I were to restart this route, if they would get through... Let me try that again. The only reason why I tried again because the 2 trucks got tangled up right here. So I wonder if they spawn one at a time, if they will get through. Because, I mean, they only got to go to right here. If he gets forward momentum going down the hill, that'd be great. Yeah, they're still struggling a bit here. At least the first truck's getting a nudge from the second truck. I think that truck will make it. Is it ideal? I guess it all depends on after these vehicles make it. What spawns and what follows after them. Oh no, the other truck kind of stalled. Oh, come on. You almost had it. Because if it just spawns regular trucks afterwards, then I may not have to worry about this little bit of the road. Is this in a sand quarry area? No, it is not. Well, I could bring my scraper over, but I'm looking for... I wonder if this would be considered sand. Let's go grab that. Oh, that's the wrong vehicle. River base. Let's go see if that's a sandy spot. Give me 40 acres and I'll turn this thing around. I mean, it looks like sand, but doesn't mean the truck is going to accept it. So you got to get the hopper where the sand is. Oh, it accepts it. That's great news. That's wonderful news. Now we don't have to transport sand too far. So, as we know, they had a little trouble here. Wait, why can't I fill? Did this not... looks like it didn't unfold all the way. Alright, so maybe don't get out of the vehicle until it's all the way unfolded. Hoping I don't have to pave it here, but... Nope, come on, lower it down. I was thinking about making it all the way flat through here, but now I don't know if I got to get into that building to the right. Meanwhile, those steel beams should be rolling on in. Yep, we're up to 2 steel beams now. Okay, where did I leave? Ah, there you are. Marching mode. We are up to 19 fuel on the map too, so I always seem to have plenty of fuel. But maybe not for the last map, as we're getting kind of told about that. But I'll worry about the last map when I get that far. Of course, that will have to be moved before more trucks come on through. Get a feeling that the 18-wheelers may have a hard time getting a grip on the sand here. All right, let's see what happens. First truck we know we're not worried about. It's the other two. But I made it more flat in here, so they're not going to go down and have to come up. I think once they get forward momentum, they're okay, right? Now, the third truck just needs to get there, which I think it will. This may have been just a one-time route, too. I don't know. Well, it's kind of complete. 1,200 experience, 4,000 in cash, but let's see. I got 10 trucks to come through. And now they're just going to spawn... Looks like there's going to spawn that type of vehicle there, which is going to be no problem going through. So I'm not going to have to pave that. All right, so that leaves us running some electricity from here to here. But I think before we go ahead and do that, I think we're going to go explore the other map. So, return to the hub. Plus, we get to see how far we have gotten today on this map. We were like at 75%, 75, 76, maybe up to 80 something, 87. So, again, just on the Deluge map, I got one more infrastructure route to do, which is also a main quest line. So that's why it's not checked off yet. But that's the only thing I got left to do there. On the map Sunken, I also got one infrastructure line to finish up. That's all we got to do there. We're just on this map here. You saw what we have to do currently there. But let's go to Sandswept. Unexplored everywhere. Yep. Start. And we'll take the links. So obviously, first time I've been on the map. North Africa summer sandstorm caused major disruptions to solar energy productions and research in the region. We have been, your company has arrived to assist with recovery. I don't think I got any sand sweepers for the solar panels, but one problem at a time.
Storm sure did a number on El Amir. Not only is the power grid down, but that's a lot of sand in places you don't want it. Still, the damage may be even worse than that. So, there are two places I'd like you to swing by and check out. The concrete plant and the repair shop. We really need equipment from the shop and concrete from the plant for a bridge across the river. After all, we're not getting any shipments until we reach the other side.
Aye, aye, Kelly. I'm just going to take a minute here. I'm going to grab myself a new drink with some more ice. But I'll be back in about 1 minute. Alright, so we need to find a repair shop and something else she said. So this is the map. So we do start off with the desert base. Which one is highlighted? Go to the concrete plant, reach the repair shop. I'm going to try the repair shop first because that will give us some fuel. So let me track that one instead. And let's go exploring. Turn all-wheel drive and diff lock on. And all I know is just try to get to that location. I have no idea which way to go. So just like the other map, a lot of the roads are sandy, so any infrastructures with 18-wheelers might be a problem. Looks like they put concrete down here to get around. They said a sandstorm, but they didn't say anything about the huge boulders everywhere. Got to move some rocks, I can see that. And looks like they're going to have to remove some material out of here also. Or not. I guess they're happy with me just finding it.
Doing all right so far. So I have a new task for you, and another breaking news. Water is wet. There's a scout vehicle loaded with supplies at the repair shop, and it's eagerly awaited at the steel mill. We'd have our hands tied without the mill functioning. So kindly find a way to get that truck over the river, if you please. I think you'll have zero problems, considering your past performance. This other job, though, gosh, I think it's just too easy for you. I mean, there's no imminent threat or dangerous adventure to be had. Just a little town that needs help restoring its supply routes. But if I know you, you won't refuse a community in need. So thank you in advance.
Supply the steel mill with repaired machinery. So, I know what you said earlier about building a bridge. Where am I going with this? Over there. Yeah, I think there might be a bridge that needs to be built for that before I can bring that over. Unless I can scooch along this way. So, maybe... You know what? I think I'll take the scout vehicle first. I don't want to get the repair vehicle like halfway down this road and find out I gotta turn around and come back. So, we'll see what lies ahead this way. Oh, never mind.
Just marvel at that river. Doesn't it look wonderful? At least it does from the satellite. If only we could trade places for a few minutes. I'd jump right in. You could ford the river if you don't mind getting a bit of water inside your vehicle. Of course, the shipping caravans would need a bridge, be it concrete or wooden. You're not starved for options.
Oh, so maybe I could scooch down through here? If I get stuck or whatever, it doesn't matter too much because I probably want to recover my vehicle back to the main base anyways to get up to the concrete plant. They just couldn't make it a straight line across, could they? Well, if anything, at least we're unlocking the map so we can see what's around us and what we have to do. Didn't see exactly what scout vehicle has repair stuff on it. But to get across that river, I would be a little concerned about the engine flooding. I think this map is called Sandswept, which makes sense considering what the scenario is here, which a sandstorm came on through. But that's a lot of boulders in the way. So, I mean, at least it's drivable so far with the links. The question is, can the other vehicle do the same thing? Alright, well, let's see what we got for a vehicle. And the road that we just merged up onto, I think that just comes down to the bridge. Yeah, I know it's tracked. I want to enter the vehicle. Come on. There we go. Well, I have not driven this one yet, so I'm not sure what this is capable of. It's tracked, so should be a little bit easier to get through some of the sandy spots, but crossing the river might be something different. Okay, well, water level is questionable. But now that we're across, the rest of the way should be a piece of cake. It looks like there's enough sandy areas, but I thought about that in the last map, to where the scraper could be used as a quarry in most spots. Have to be a little more careful on the big boulders, though. Not much clearance underneath this. It's like the sand storm is picking back up again, though. Getting a little breezy. Alright, well, nothing spectacular happened there. Oh, then map out a clear route to the convoy to transfer all the... Okay. So, yeah, it needs infrastructure as well. Supply this... Oh, no, wait. Which one is it? Go to the concrete plant. So, let's get back into the scout vehicle, because the desert base is there. Yeah, we'll go to the concrete plant. At least that's the plan. Let me go ahead and mark that. Quest. We don't have any side objectives, do we yet? No. Just go out to the left. And that pretty much gets us there. Okay. Hopefully there's enough concrete around the plant itself to maybe make some slabs, so making a bridge won't be too bad to start off with. Boy, whoever created this map likes their boulders and rocks. Well, we just did get our first side objective. I saw it just pop up on the screen just now. A lot of metal products here. And yeah, we got some concrete right there.
I've seen many a mess on this job, but this may just update the definition. Looks like my kid's room after a study session. I use the term study loosely. I guess it falls to you to play the parent and clean the plant yard. Then you need to build a road and use it to deliver the vital equipment. I'm sure you can handle it.
Looks like we got a lot of road building to do here. I think for material like this, the big crane is going to be very useful. Also, deliver objects there, but where am I picking up said objects? Build a road there. Okay, okay. Are the objects here to pick up? Okay, got a sand quarry there. Is that an active one? That is an active one. Oh, that covers... Boy, that covers quite a bit. That sand quarry. Trying to figure out what I want to do first. I think we'll grab the big crane. So let's go to cranes. We'll grab the painted one, the newer one. We'll deploy that, and let's go move that material, shall we? And plus, with a big crane over there, I might be able to move a lot of that concrete stuff, so we can help ourselves make a bridge. Hello, Panther Killer. Welcome. Hope you're having a good Wednesday so far. While I'm here, because you can see we got to make ourselves a road. Well, let's start pushing the steps to the side. I was going to say, why did that rock, that boulder jump up in the air? I'm not attached to it. Alright, just move these off the road. We'll make our way over there eventually. Wait, why can't I grab the other rock? I'll reach the one behind it. Alright, another section cleared out. Now all of this we got to move. Let's see, the car. Looks good enough to me. So we got a lot of metal here. But unfortunately, this is the concrete plant. I could just probably move these right out of the way, but we'll do it the proper way. Hope I'm not putting some of this stuff where I'm going to need to get to in a moment. I think those vehicles were already broken before I got my hands on it. Yeah, this is a lot of stuff we got to move. A lot of stuff. Nope, I'm trying to, well, that would have worked. All right, let's drive forward. Well, it says it's out of the zone. I got like 20 more things to move. None of those doors are yellow. No. The reason why I'm saying that is that would be where infrastructure would have to go. I hope they wouldn't be that cruel to be like, yeah, move all this stuff. And you're like, well, there's an open spot here. We'll just put it here. And then 5 minutes later, it's like, hey, you need to run traffic through here. What? That would be insane. Lots of scrap metal. I was like, why would I hitch up to it? Because one of the cable lines were red. So that yellow container does not need to be moved? Apparently not. At least when looks like a lot of material to move these crates, containers, kind of opens it up relatively at a good pace. Oh, thought I was high enough. No, you are. Can I grab that? Yes, we can. Wonderful tube. Lower the boom back down quite a bit. All right. Then there was the third area. Let's grab the big item first. So I don't have to move the other part of that, apparently. I may move it just because I think I got an infrastructure road that needs to come up through here. Let's bring the vehicle over this way. No, it's not what I wanted to grab. Switched on me. Oh, that's heavy. Just want to get it more out of the way if I can. That's what I say. Don't roll down the hill and then get really in the road. So we do got concrete around here, which is good. Now, let me drive this somewhere. Kind of ran out of room. Come on, drop it. There we go. Alright, so we got everything cleared. But, of course, I gotta build the road, which we cleared space for. Let me just park this over here for now. Yeah, so the road we're building is right there. Deliver supplies to the archaeology quarry. Don't even know where that is. So desert base, because it's the only base we got. We need a dump truck. Yep, we'll deploy this one. Well, it's not raining on the map, but we are getting a lot of sandstorms. Alright, you should have no problem laying sand here, I would think. But what do I know? I think I will buy myself... where is that dozer? It's not that one, is it? Oh, wow, it looks a lot different when it's painted. It's only 25 grand. Alright, let's go flatten out that sand, then of course lay asphalt, and then roll it. Now, if we get 18-wheelers or cement trucks, they're going to have a lot of problems getting through some of these sand bars that are in the road. That was the thing about bringing the big crane on through. We got to be able to move all the boulders from here to the cement factory. So hopefully by just getting this asphalt road done, we can get the vehicles on through, whatever they are. Let's also move the dump truck. Oops. Wrong side. This side. Okay, now we need you. Ah, boy. Let's see if I can make it there. Feels kind of weird doing this much work already on the map and not have one of the mules on here, because usually within the first couple of things Kelly says, hey, you gotta move this to point A to point B. If my job here is to help out with the solar panels, I don't know how clearing them off is going to help any if the sandstorms keep up like this. I wonder if I should lay the asphalt myself after watching the worker do it last time. That was a little bit painful. Although watching me do it can be painful as well. Alright, now we just need to roll it. And I only got one roller. Seems like they're spotting me pointing the wrong direction. I just noticed we got a scout vehicle behind us. Wonder if that's something I gotta move somewhere. Is that the one I gotta bring to the archaeology people? Possibly. So the concrete building, we gotta get up and running so we can make ourselves a bridge or two. Even though currently on the other map we've been on, I have not built a bridge yet on that one. And I'm not sure I will have to. I think we're almost, I mean, we're almost done there. We're like 87% done on that map. Time I load this up on a vehicle or low loader, probably just as fast being a short run just to drive it on over like I do. And yep, I'll make 2 passes. Gonna be a while before I get, I think it is level 19 I need to be to buy the next steamroller to match with the paver that we have. But it's gonna be a moment before I get there, unless these jobs really start paying out a lot of experience. I mean, they do pay out pretty well for experience, but as you know, the further up you get in levels, it just takes more experience to get to the next one. Oh no. Nope, we're trying to go forward, but we're just rolling backwards. That worked out well. Scout vehicle is over here, unfortunately. I mean, it's not far. I just say unfortunate because I kind of wanted to leave it here. Am I going the right way? I don't think I am. Not even close. I was like, wait a minute, that doesn't look familiar. Went just a little bit too far down the slope with the roller. Alright, let's not go down the hill this time. And we'll move this over to the side and... Well, we'll plan the route for the infrastructure, but see if it gets on through. Hello, Wayne. Welcome. Just got home from work doing flagging. Well, hopefully it was cool for you today, because that job there is a job I don't think I could ever do. My brain doesn't have the capacity to stay focused. I would start just waving flags every which direction the wrong way, telling people to go when they shouldn't go. Alright, so... Wait, which one... Which one was it to the construction building? Concrete building. Oh, I hope it's not that one. There we go. Desert base. Desert base up to construction. Alright, let's see what I can come up with here. "94 degrees. That's brutal. Well, glad you're home and you got some time off. Maybe even take a cold shower, because that's that's what I did yesterday after yesterday's stream. It was 105 degrees in my room. I pretty much went and took a cold shower. Well, we'll see if it's 18-wheelers coming through here, but hopefully not. Where am I going to up here? I guess now we know why we cleared out the area. Alright, what do we got? Well, at least we're not starting off with an 18-wheeler. What's coming up behind us? That vehicle does not have all-wheel drive and diff lock, I don't believe, so that could get stuck on some sand. Now we do got a third vehicle, and that is going to be... Alright, a matching one to the second one. And it's like just the 3 vehicles, but we'll see what the second 2 do. Looking good so far. Yeah, I may have to take our dozer and maybe move some of these small boulders. Where's the third vehicle? Oh, it's coming. Probably best to follow the third vehicle, the last one, because, well, if the front 2 get stuck, we'll catch up to it eventually. Looks like we're all going to make it there, no problem. Although I did not like seeing the infrastructure road going from the repair shop up to here. Because we went over a lot of sand. $1,200 experience, $4,600 in cash. Lovely. Looks like our reward's going to be 10 concrete slabs. So that's good, and no 18-wheelers coming out. Great. Provide repair services applies to the concrete plant. Did I not do that already? Deliver object. Well, I got some objects to deliver. Just seeing, I mean, that's a job for the mule, it looks like. And also build a route. Okay. Where was this one? Deliver supplies to the Archaeology Foundation. Bring them the truck. So that is the truck I saw parked there, but where's it going? Oh, wait. Okay, over here. Alright, well, the road's kind of there, so... Let's, hop into here. All-wheel drive diff lock. Get those on first thing. Haven't used this vehicle in a bit. Good night, Skender. Enjoy, well, what little left you got of your evening, and have a good Thursday. Kind of forgot how much top speed this scout vehicle has. So yes, take this road. Ooh, I say take this road. There's a drop off there. I don't know how steep that is. But we're about to find out, I think. At least I just gotta go downhill. YOLO. I mean, it's not that bad, although I couldn't see what I was doing. Oh, okay, we didn't roll over. Got awfully close. And there we go. $2,200 experience, 10 fuel. Bring urgent help to Tifletown. We should respond. Your mission is to visit them, patch the roads, and establish a reliable supply route to the town. The locals are known to always pay their debts. So, more fuel, more experience. We were kind of over there. But now my scout vehicle is now back over here. But I think what we'll do is go back to here and... Oh, that's an infrastructure. Yeah, we don't want to do that yet. Let's get the mule. And we will deliver those 2 parts. But it also says infrastructure route to where... Coordinate a path to the local repairmen to the concrete plant and bring gas tanks from the oil station to the warehouse. Where's the warehouse? Ah, yes, that's right, up there. Alright, so we'll click on this. We'll get one of our mules. And knowing me, I'll probably try to take both at the same time. Depending on how this road actually is. A little bit of a nosedive there. Oh, all-wheel drive diff lock is not on. New map. Gotta reactivate it. . Alright, one will fit in the back. No problem. Alright, strap that bad boy in. And because I'm adventurous, I wonder if I could get this. Is that going to stay there? Yes, it will. Alright, we're strapped in. Not sure about the center of gravity, though. It's a little sketchy. But then again, most things I do are on the sketchy side of things. Thing is, we're not too far from the base, so if I roll over, whatever, I could either get the big crane around here or the scout or something. Just got total focus here. I don't want to tip over. Even though I just said, you know, if we do, it's not a big deal. But of course, you don't want to tip over. Another 300 meters and we're there. Well, I can see where they need to go.
I think we can call Operation Restore the Concrete Plant a success. My naming of operations, not so much. Anywho, it's all thanks to you as usual. I mean that. I've sent you some concrete bridge designs. I'm sure they'll be helpful. Of course, we have a long road ahead bringing the rest of the region back to shape. But we're off to a good start.
Well, I guess I can build concrete bridges now. Oh, wrong button. Yeah, so let's see what we got here for... well, I got wooden bridges. So, did I miss something? I mean, I can do wooden bridges, but not concrete bridges. So the repair shop up to... Boy, that's a long run. It's not just a run, it's the condition of the roads, but I guess it also matters of what kind of vehicle is going to be on the road. Repair shop to steel beams, which I cannot do. Concrete slab. So, yeah, this is the one. So, I mean, I got to plan the route anyways. And if it's good vehicles, then, you know, I may not have to worry too much. Let me do that over again, because I need to make this corner a little bit wider. Yeah, we got some areas where there are some boulders here, so... just make sure I'm going... Oh, there is a road. Well, no, they're not going to go up that. Let's not do that. It's like, well, there is a little path here. Nah, that's not going to work. Yeah, I should be bringing, like, the mule down and moving these boulders. Don't really have too much faith in, like I said, getting this done the first time. All the way to the concrete. Oh, it's going to here. Okay. And we'll just kind of follow the other path because that seemed to work. Except for the end here. They were digging into that side of the road, so I want to make it just a little bit wider. Just making sure I didn't go past where I was going. I'm getting so focused. Just staring at the road. Well, let's see if I get it. If it's an 18-wheeler, I might cry, but it's not an 18-wheeler, so that's a start. And this vehicle should have all-wheel drive and diff lock. All right, what else we got? Alright, so that vehicle, same as this one, should be okay-ish. Is there a third? does not appear to be a third vehicle. So it's just a matter of the sand dunes here and all these rocks, where coming through with a dozer and moving the rocks would make it a whole lot easier. But you know me, let's wing it first and see what happens. Had them plan the route, might as well let them go at it. And who knows, they might just make it on through. Oh no! Well, that's not gonna pan out too well for us now, is it? And now he got stuck as well. Yeah, I need to make a trip down there with a dozer and clear out that area. But at least now we know what's going through there, and they should be able to make it, I would think. We do got to replace some pipes, 3 pipes. Where's the steel pipe facility? That's the steel mill. I'm guessing this might be the steel pipes. Got to run power to that. Well, let's grab the scout vehicle. And we will try to find... that. I feel like just going for a drive. Open up just a little bit more of the map so we can see what's happening around here. Just keep taking the road that I've been taking. Yeah, we got a lot of boulders in here that need to be moved. Kind of moving them with the big tires, pushing them to the side, but... I probably could have restarted that infrastructure and it may have gone a little bit more. So maybe once I get the infrastructure getting up to the concrete plant, maybe that will unlock to where we have access to the concrete bridges. Alright, and this is where I can cross the river. Now I want the concrete bridges going across, not wood. I mean, if I had wood in storage, I'd probably throw down a wood bridge, but I don't really feel like going out cutting down some trees and getting logs over to build a bridge. Oh no, 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 no. Almost lost it there. All right, back across the river. Yeah, if we get a garage on this side of the river, that'd be nice. I'm kind of hoping when I get up to this town, maybe we'll find one. Right now I'm just taking roads because we don't have it unlocked yet, so we can't see where these roads go.
Driving up to that town really gets me thinking. You won't be staying there long at all, but something you build will remain, even if it's just the roads. That's a nice thing to leave behind, knowing it was yours.
I mean, I'm not quite there yet, Kelly, but thanks. Yeah, so they definitely want me to... I think there's a couple roads here they want me to build. We got that one there. And we also got... Oh, didn't see that one right off. So one back to back. But boy, I definitely would like to see... That's the town. I don't see any garage over here. Got ourselves a quarry. How much to unlock that? 10 fuel, or bring my scraper in. Let's continue up this road and maybe we'll find ourselves a garage. At least unlock the map some more. That rock came out of nowhere. Now there is... Nope, that's just a car. Try to go around one boulder, that lines you right up with another one. I do see something off in the distance up there. Is that on the map? Straight ahead? No. Well, let's head for whatever that facility is up there. Maybe there's a garage over there. Although it's not putting us close to Tiff Town to where we got to pave. So that means driving everything over there. Hold on, wait a minute. What is this over here? One of these must be a garage of some sort. Well, yellow door, that usually means an infrastructure will be going here. So that is a river base. But apparently it's not going to give us access to it until we get more done on the map, I guess. Unless I didn't get close enough to it. This should be it, right? No, it's the building behind me. Maybe I gotta pull up on the side of it. No, now it's showing it. It's that run-down building, I guess. I'm going to assume that we're going to have to run something there, and that's where we'll get the river base up and going. Yeah, so whatever this mess is, that's going to be our base at some point. Is there any infrastructure that says to river base? Steel beams, that's the one that failed. Pipes, connect electricity, yada yada. So no, we don't have that one unlocked yet. Alright, so we can see a lot of the work we have to do. I mean, there could be a base even down here somewhere. I didn't go that way. It could be just like up this road. They need power, it looks like. But I think it's a decent start on this map. We got a few things done. When I say a few things, how much did we actually get done? Probably not even 10%. Let's return to the main HUD just for a moment so we can see how far we did get. Okay, 9%. I mean, it's not too bad. So again, to get you all caught up, we just got on Sandswept just in the past hour and a half. 9% done, that's not too bad. This map here, don't have a whole lot to do left. It looks like 87%. Can probably finish that up next time. Got a couple of infrastructure roads, some running of electricity to do, and I don't know what else, much more to do there. Deluge, I need to do some off-camera work there to get the last infrastructure road done for that main quest line. But it's just one infrastructure road, and the same can be said for the map Sunken to get that 100% done. Just one more infrastructure road to get done there, which I might do off-camera. I think that's, if you can remember, I got to run a road up to the castle. I've been up to the castle. I just got to get the route up to the castle. So yeah, we're not too far from completing these two maps and even this one. And then we got the Sandswept one. And then once we get the main quest line done on all these three, it will unlock the kernel, which we've been told is a very challenging map. And I kind of look forward to it. But yeah, this map here, we got all the side objectives done, just 5 more main objections to do. And like I said, a couple of them are just, I want to say, just running power. It could be a challenge running power out there. So we'll have that to do. Actually, let's have another look when we log back in what we actually have currently for us here. It says loading complete, but then it takes a second for it to do this.
It's a nice change of pace to see a place that's not falling apart here. I guess even sinkholes know better than to open under supply depots. Or they like taller structures. Like that newly built radio tower that got swallowed by one. That's why they had to reactivate the old one, which we need to fix. But sometimes there's no fixing the old things. And it's better just to let it go. Let's hope that's not the case this time.
Every time, Kelly. So, yeah, the only main objective we got right now is store 8 steel beams, which is being done by one of the infrastructures. Nope, not that one. But this one right here, every time a truck comes on through, we got 6 remaining, 1 per truck. Got 2 in storage, so 6 plus 2 is 8. So once this gets done, that main objective will be done. Yeah, like I said, we got to run electricity from here to here. And also we got to get electricity up to here as well. And probably we'll have to run it from here. So probably just dig a trench around this way. Be the best thing to do. Which shouldn't take us too long. So probably next time we'll be starting on this map and see if we can finish this one up. And if I get a little off-camera work done, maybe we'll go back to Deluge, get that one done as well. So maybe get 2 maps done next time. But tomorrow I will be streaming Farming Simulator 25 on the new map, which you'll find out what it is tomorrow. Just got to go ahead and hopefully later on tonight I can get it all set up. It's cooler today than it was yesterday, so I should be able to get some off-camera work done tonight. Yeah, yesterday at this time was 105 degrees in my room. Today it's only 92. So it feels rather cool in here, even at 92 degrees. But yeah, we got a lot of work done today. I'm pretty happy of the progress that we're making on all the maps. And yeah, it looks like at the pace we're going, should not really have an issue getting all the maps done before September. Why September? Because that's when the DLC comes out and there'll be 2 more maps that we'll have to get to. But let's check and mark off the ones we got to get done. But anyways, I'm going to jump out of here. Appreciate everyone stopping in on a Wednesday, watching some RoadCraft being done. Appreciate everyone being here like always. And hopefully I will see you tomorrow. But until then, have a good one.